Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Scattered Brilliancy. My name is Travis, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing Almost Christmas. It was written and I believe directed by David Talbert, and it was produced by Will Packer. The movie starred Danny Glover, Monique, Omar Epps, Gabrielle Union, Nicole Ari Parker, JB Smoove, DC Young Fly, Carrie Hilson, Romani, I hope I'm saying his first name right, Malco. I hope I'm saying his name right. Jesse Usher. Did I forget anybody? Kimberly Elise. So those are the main players, and some very talented children whose names I don't know. And it's no real spoilers to give away because the trailer to the movie gives away the whole movie pretty much. So if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not really going to spoil anything for you because you're really going to see the whole movie in the trailer, which is, to be expected. But let me just say, it was a great movie. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Oh my gosh, my throat. Please excuse me. If you've been watching any of the local news or if you know anything about what's going on in North Carolina right now, the mountains are on fire. Literally. And all the smoke from the mountains is being pushed over to us in Charlotte. So the air outside is just terrible. We've been on code orange and red all week as far as the breathing conditions outside. And my wife and I went to the mountains for our anniversary last weekend, so we had to deal with all of that. But that's a whole nother story time at a later date because that trip was so interesting, and I'll tell you about that later. So, all right, I'm just trying to keep my vocal cords and my throat together. So, the movie was really great. I love, personally, ensemble movies, especially black ensemble movies, because I just love it when it's a whole bunch of people and it's about a family, whether it's about a bunch of people and there's just a whole lot going on. I like that as opposed to movies that are just about, like, one person. Because I guess, you get a little bit of everything in movies like this. So the movie was about the Myers family, and I believe it was originally going to be titled A Myers Christmas, but they changed the name. I don't know why. But it's about the Myers family, and it takes place over, I guess, 6 days, because it's the 5 days leading up to Christmas. And it's a year after the matriarch of the family, the Mama Myers, has passed away. And the family is all getting together, kind of for the first time, I guess, since her funeral. Like I said, overall, it was a really good movie. But I gotta say, JB Smoove and Monique really just... Did I say he was in the movie? He's in the movie too, JB Smoove. They really just brought it as far as comedy in this movie. JB Smoove is hilarious, and he reminds me so much of my stepdad. Like, they're almost like the same person. But he was just so funny in this movie, and the comedic timing between not just them, just even some of the other castmates was great. But I gotta say, Monique is probably my #1 favorite comedian, and it's the same thing, right? I don't know. She's my favorite female comedian. And I'm trying to think of when's the last time I saw her in something comedic. She did Blackbird was it like last year or the year before last, and then maybe Precious was before that. So it's been a while since I've seen Monique in anything, comedic. And I just heard she has a new comedy special out, so I have to make sure I go check that out, even though I think it's on Amazon. But it was such a joy to watch her in this movie. It was such a joy to watch her in this movie because she is so funny. Anyway, back to the movie. So the movie is about the family coming together for Christmas and just dealing with the loss of their mother, which I kind of understand to a point. I haven't lost my mother, but I have lost my dad, and I related to that feeling of that first Christmas after. Losing a parent is a very intense thing to go through, and so those family times, those Thanksgivings, those birthdays, those Christmases, those special times just are never the same once that parent is gone. So I definitely identify with that part of the film. But the drama, no, I don't know nothing about that. Typically when movies like this come out, people kind of don't want to go see them because they feel like it's going to be kind of the same old thing, typical story, melodrama, all of that. And I mean, for the most part, it is a typical story. There wasn't anything unique. about the movie as far as a storyline that hasn't been done. But in all actuality, I don't know if it's possible to even tell a new story, that hasn't already been told. Yes, David Talbot made it his own, and I wonder, was this a book first? I'm gonna have to look that up, because most of the time his films were books once. But I felt like the way he told the story, I'm not gonna compare it to any other movie. I wouldn't compare it to This Christmas or Soul Food or anything else. I feel like it was uniquely his, and I think he did a good job at putting the film together. I feel like it was a perfect balance between comedy and drama. It wasn't so heavy in the drama department that made you just want to cry, even though my wife was crying and there was a couple of people crying, but it was just that one teary moment. But it wasn't like too comedic where it was just like, oh my gosh, like, okay, the comedy is getting to be too much. I feel like they did a good job at just balancing out the two. And the fact that it is the holiday season, 'tis the mother freaking season. I got my Moravian cookies. I ain't gonna eat them on camera, even though I want to. If you are from North Carolina and Winston-Salem, whoop, whoop, I went to school, they got the Moravian cookies. Go ahead and get you some. This is that ginger spice. I just said I wasn't going to eat it on camera, didn't I? I lied. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, it was a great balance. So, shout out to Will Packer. Shout out to David Talbot. Y'all did an excellent job on the film. The cast, it was great. And I like the fact that with this movie, it was balanced as far as the storylines. Yes, we got a little bit more from certain characters, but I didn't leave the theater wondering more about certain characters. I didn't, and I'm not the type of kind of person to go see a movie and want to know, so what was the purpose, what was the drive that this character had to make them make that decision. I'm the type of person who just goes and enjoys a film, but I'm pretty sure people are gonna pick the movie apart and expect it to be perfect and all of that kind of stuff, and I don't do that. I go to a movie to be entertained, and I was thoroughly entertained, and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed some more. I also have to say, I'm very proud. Did I say Omar Epps was in the movie too? He's in the movie. I don't remember who I said was in the movie. So if I left anybody out, don't blame it on me. Just, I forgot on accident. It wasn't because you were forgettable. I just forgot. I must say, and I have my hat on because I have not shaved today. I must say that I'm very proud of my black people. I gotta be honest with y'all. Black people are pretty much the main reason why I don't like going to movies. And that's not racist because I am black. But we as a people can be very animated in the theater, and we can be very extra in the theater. And I just gotta say, shout out to all my blacks that were in the theater tonight, because y'all really came through in the clutch for a brother. Y'all came through. Y'all kept y'all laughs to a reasonable time, to a reasonable volume, except for that one lady who was cackling, but she only cackled once. And I let that one time slip. People didn't get too rowdy. Nobody was kicking seats. I mean, that's why I don't go to black films on opening weekend, which sucks because they need that money. And I'm not the type of person to just buy the ticket and not go, because I know I'm going to eventually go. Because the first weekend crowds, unless you go during the day, you ain't going to hear half of the film, especially if it's a comedy. So I'm appreciative that I could hear the majority of what was going on in this film. I'm very happy with my black people. And it was mostly adults in there, which I guess made a difference as well. The only thing that concerned me throughout the movie was the woman sitting to my right. I don't think she's eaten since like Wednesday, because throughout the film, all I heard her stomach doing was and I was sitting in the theater like, she was trying to like cover her stomach. Like, that's not gonna, if your stomach makes all that noise through all your layers of fat, you putting your arms in front of your stomach ain't gonna make that big of a difference. This is illegal, and I would never say that I did it on camera. I would never admit to sneaking candy into the movie theater, because nobody does that. But I had some sour worms or whatever, and I really wanted to just say,
hey, you want some sour worms? Because you sound like you're a little bit hungry.
I really wanted to offer her some of my sour worms, because her stomach was just her stomach was enjoying the movie as well, clearly. But that aside, I just had a great time tonight. And we got a close parking space. God is good. You hear me? Y'all, I mean, if you ever been to the movies at North Lake and Charlotte, you know sometimes you can be parking all the way over in Australia to get to the theater. And Lord, thank you, we were parked right in North Carolina with everybody, with right where the building was. We were parked 2 spaces from the building. It was awesome. It was great. Oh my gosh, I had a good time tonight. I really did. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm gonna go buy it on DVD. I am going to go buy it on DVD when it comes out, which is probably in March. Y'all remember back in the day when movies used to take like 5 years before they came out on DVD? Now they only take like 5 months. Clearly I ain't got much to say about this movie. I just missed y'all. I ain't talked to y'all in like a week, and I just wanted to get on here and make a video about something. This is the only thing I could think of right now, because I ain't feel like being deep today. There's so much going on in the world. I ain't gonna be talking about Trump. I'm not gonna talk about the election. I'm not gonna do a video about that. But almost Christmas. If you're thinking about going to see it, go see it. It's the perfect Christmas movie right now. Christmas is my favorite time of year, obviously, because my birthday is 7 days before Christmas. So I love a Christmas movie. I love a ensemble black film about Christmas. Like, it's like the best of both worlds for me. So I thoroughly enjoy Almost Christmas. Have I said Almost Christmas like 15 times? Go see Almost Christmas. And if you have seen it, tell me what you think. I don't have any criticism, do I? The only criticism I have when it comes to films and films in general is who is doing y'all's Photoshop work. I'm not a professional Photoshopper, but y'all need to hit me up to work on some of these Photoshop pictures that be in the films. You know, like how they, because obviously they're actors and they're not real family and all that kind of stuff. So they have to piece together photos to make it look like they, were actually together when the picture was taken. And sometimes the Photoshop jobs just look horrible. Like, please send me an email and I can help y'all with the Photoshop and do it myself, because the first Photoshop picture of JB Smoove, I mean, I guess that one was supposed to be comedic, but there was another one in the film. I was like, that don't even look real. But I mean, that's the only criticism I have, is that the Photoshop pictures could have been better. But let me get up out of here. Oh Lord. Make sure you like, rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. My name is Travis. This is Scattered Brain Seed. Thank you so much for watching. Let me just say thank you so much to all my subscribers. I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for commenting. I just appreciate y'all just in general. I'm thankful for y'all. Thanksgiving is this upcoming Thursday, and if I don't see you before then, I hope y'all have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. You don't have to worry about me, because I don't eat a lot anyway, and I'm not going to be eating a lot on Thanksgiving. Just take some time to be thankful for everything that you have. Be thankful for your triumphs, your failures. Be thankful for your ups and your downs, because they are what make you who you are. Yes, our country is going through a trying time right now, but you're here, and I mean, you have an option to get out, and I wouldn't advise taking that route. But we have to make the best of the cards that we've been dealt. We got to do that. And this really is a time for us to come together. Now, I mean, I ain't saying it's a time to support, but I am saying it's a time for us to come together, and it's definitely not the time for us to pull apart. But, for me personally, I'm just going to be thankful that I have air in my body. I'm going to be thankful that I have a roof over my head, clothes on my back, food on my table, a wonderful family, and a beautiful wife that loves me. And I have awesome subscribers who watch me. Why do I feel like I'm about to tear up and cry? Not today, not tonight. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.